Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's able to calm out about 6 there, down to the 37. The Bills at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Allen going to change this at the line. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
All 52. Alert, alert, alert. Look out.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready?
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That was first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you love looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
11 MT, Tate. Let's get set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away. Look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
One, ready?
That's good for Bengals. First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
On 1, ready? Let's get set.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. 180.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
On 1, ready?
But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
Now Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind. Off a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
319!
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Allen going to change the look here.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
36-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on second and 14.
Here's Cook again.
Oh, what a move. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On 2. 11 MT. 11 MT. Gun.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Burrow will throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
It's just set. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
12.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Again, it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Here's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
56.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Big 13. Big 13. 11.
Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
38-yard line.
Round 80. Hey, tight.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be stacked up quickly here. Just a yard after the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
319.
Now Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From midfield, here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll run for it. Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Allen going to change it up.
What is that?
Looking to throw. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Look out!
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. Right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here we go. 11 mighty. Big 13. Big 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Going right back to Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
On 1, ready?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Stop. Right 80.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the slant, it's Fant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Landon Jackson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Burrow looking to pass. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Landon Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here we go. 11. 180. Place up.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, but they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 35, Bengals 21.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Cook up the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Round 80. Go.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Allen going to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 35 yards. And the the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
11.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
180.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
11, Thomas.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
Now he's loose again.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Big 13.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
11, right 80.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Right 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into.